we were around before the State of Israel, and that's important to know. We started as a small group that saw the need to provide emergency response. And when the State of Israel was established, we were already there, and we were mandated by the government to provide emergency response. And to this day, that's what we do. We're mandated by the government of Israel to respond to any call. The 101 over here is the call. And we immediately get there, and we're not government funded, and that's important to know. Most people don't know that, but it doesn't make a difference. We make sure that we save lives every day.
And really, we're talking about the American friends. There's friends of Magen Adom all over the world, and we really see on the ambulances the dedications. That's a significant part of what you're doing is getting the support from around the world.
That's correct. The American Friends is the largest society that exists around the world. We raise significant dollars, and there are two components that we focus on. Number one, you mentioned the ambulances, which is the emergency response part of our operation. So we have ambulances that donors donate the funds to allow them to sponsor it. We manufacture them in the States and we ship them over. We do anywhere between 80 and 100 ambulances a year. So MDA really relies on us to make sure that they have up-to-date ambulances. And the other part of the operation is we do the blood services for Israel. Most people don't know that, but 97% of Israel's blood is supplied by our blood center in Ramat Gan, which takes care of 97% of Israel's population and 100% of the IDF blood. And that's our big focus for the future. We need a new blood center. Our blood center is currently at capacity functioning, producing about 300,000 units a year. And we need the ability to be able to do a lot more than that as we move forward. And we also need to be able to protect the blood supply, which is the most important factor over here. It's not well protected, and we want to build a new center that's going to be underground. And so if anything should hit our blood center, we will be completely protected for the future.
And another thing that people might not be familiar with is that Magen Adom Madda is something that works with many volunteers. Lots of young people join it. It sometimes is like an educational project for many people in many societies.
That's correct. In fact, we recruit a lot of our employees and volunteers from high school. We have a program where kids from high school can volunteer with us, and many of them come through Madda, catch what we call the bug, and become Madda enthusiasts. And many of them continue to volunteer through their adult life, no matter what field they go into. And a number of them have become professionals. We have about 12,000 volunteers and about 1,200 professionals who work for us.
And of course, when you're dealing with first aid and ambulances and the sirens that we're hearing, we always hope that it's a birth. That's always the hope. And I know that even the Madda volunteers, that's considered a success if they got a birth.
Absolutely. And we try and encourage us. Everyone knows us for the fact that we respond to terrorist attacks, which is obviously the most severe situation to be in. But we do everyday responses. And of course, we hope that it will be for things like births and for more mundane everyday activities that people are aware of us and support us for that work.